You know what? I can really deal with a lot of bravado. I really don't see a problem with it. I have no problem with a lot of bravado. But when it's mixed with tears, not so much. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 6, episode 15, Bravado and Tears. They don't occupy the same space. Not well, anyway. It makes you look like uh, a crying, yelling clown, for the most part. I'll explain. But let's start here. Escala and Mia were worried about Robin and Giselle because Robin and Giselle, after the dinner was over and they went on back, they gave apologies to the restaurant for acting a fool, as they always do. You know, that's one thing about our shows is the embarrassment of it all. Because most people who are on the Housewives shows are very this. You know, they tend to be what they consider pulled up. And then you all go and you film and you go to these places and y'all act an ass. You all really do. You all act really, really bad in the public. And then do you not go back to these places after you're done, be it on the show or after you're finished filming at these places? Do you just never frequent those places anymore? Because some of the way that you all act, I can't imagine that you actually pull back up there and go to those places again. And if you do, surely none of that works anymore. When you were throwing glasses and knocking shit off the table and yelling and screaming and jumping up and running all around their restaurant, none of that highbrow act works anymore. So that's always been a question. Do you just not frequent these places anymore? Even when there are people who do understand, oh, it's just for the show. It's just for the show. Oh, just a question. Just a question. Anyway, they go back to the house. Robin and Giselle are leaving to go to a hotel. Wendy was totally in the whole thing of they just trying to make a moment. Now, me personally, I didn't see where they were so much trying to make a moment. The whole thing about Robin and her cycle, I totally got it. I totally got it. I felt like not making a scene about it, not creating an argument, and actually just getting up and going to a hotel. I thought that was the classy way to handle it. Me personally. I felt like, oh no, you can't work me, sweetie. You can't work me. Not I had a whole purse full of credit cards. You can't work me, love. I'm gonna go on up the street and then I'll just come on back down. For me, now that was the proper way of doing it. But anyway, moving on. Chris. Let's look at Chris. I tell you all the time I think Chris is cute and I like Chris's swag. I saw a little side of Chris and I was like, I don't know if I like drunk Chris. Drunk Chris is kind of, I don't know. Mm. Drunk Chris loses his sex appeal for me. I don't know. I can't even really actually word it. Well, I won't. I can. You already know I can. There's very few things that I can't put words to, but I won't put words to. Nope. Y'all not going to lure me in with it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to put the words with it. I'll just say this. Drunk Chris loses the sex appeal for me. So Chris and Candiace were sitting there, and she basically promised him to tone it down. That she's done acting a fool. She gonna go ahead and tone it down. I was like, okay, we gonna see, girl. Moving on. The next morning, people were doing their rounds, calling their kids. Wendy's children were having a ball with their grandmother. The grandmother looked tired. She looked like she was like, okay. I got such a kick out of that. I thought that was so cute. Wendy's mom looked like she was about tired. And it was only one day down. I said, come on, Grandma. It's going to be okay. It was one day down, but they were over there, and nobody was playing cereal with her, honey. She said, I'm making eggs. They had to wore Grandma out. So that was really cute. And the kids seemed like they were just having a great time. Mia's kids over there showing out. I think I got right away that the little girl does no wrong in the grandmother's eyes. And she basically said, I don't know, everybody's acting okay, but that big one. So the older son basically just ain't listening. And I said, well, what time do you go to bed? 2 in the morning. I was like, oh, he grown, honey. He got his own thing going on there. Period. And she just, again, poor thing, is like, I'm doing this for the show, child. I really don't like you people, honey. That's what it gives. Every time I see that lady, say, I really don't like you people. It's like, whatever. Anyway, moving on. Karen was over there. Karen says that Giselle leaving was tacky. It was just tacky. That's tacky, Giselle. I don't think so, Karen. I don't agree. I'm sorry. I thought they did the right thing. I really felt like they did the right thing. It was like, to put, first of all, to put them in a room. And Robin made a good point. What if Juan does show? Well, we're gonna share a room with Giselle. Hey, listen. Do you want us to believe that Giselle doesn't know what it is to work the light switch? She was married to Jamal Bryant. Do you want us to believe Giselle doesn't know what it's like to work the light switch? The shade has been thrown, honey. It is what it is. She can work the light switch, child. Or maybe Juan could go ahead and work the light switch. Let me shut up. Anyway, moving on. Y'all are really determined to make me go off with this and this be a messy review. Let me move on. Everybody loves Ray. Ray showed up. Everybody loved Ray. Ray noticed this because the girls had actually shown back up for them to go. They were going on to the boat for afternoon, luncheon, and everything. And Ray noticed that Giselle's toe was broken. And Giselle was like, messing around with your wife? That's how I did it. And Ray's like, do you see this, Karen? Giselle said that you broke her toe. And she's like, what? And he will say, how did you miss her neck? Baby, I fell out. And it was just fun. It was light shade. Everybody got it. Giselle's like, see, I wanted Ray to live, honey, so we can laugh, honey. I want Ray to live. I said, y'all best don't be. I said, shh, girl, shut up for Karen. Go back off laughing. So when they get up onto the boat, they're on the boat. Escala and Robin are talking. And, you know, for a minute, I forgot that Escala actually came into the show as a friend to Robin. And she was saying, you know, Robin said, you know, it really is no shade. I don't think that Wendy literally was shading us on the level that was so deep that we didn't have a bathroom. I think it was really actually just bad planning. Robin already told you all she's on her cycle, and you could actually see Robin was pretty miserable. You could see it all through this episode. I really actually felt bad for Robin, so I wasn't trying to go in on Robin at all. And just the truth of the matter, Robin really wasn't bothering anybody. She was really to herself. She even explained that her cycles have got, since she had the kids, her cycles are bad. When she has her cycles, she's in pain and she's uncomfortable and she's not in the best of moods. And she literally did really stay to herself for the most part. Um, she's telling the scholar, you know, everything with Wendy and her just kind of turns into a debate. No matter what the conversation is, it turns into a debate, and they get to arguing. She just wasn't feeling that. She just wasn't feeling it. And Scholar was saying was starting. She was a little nervous because she feels like since Robin brought her in, and then now that she feels like she's caught in the middle because she really does like Wendy, and it just feels like she's caught in the middle. Robin told her, "You're not. You're absolutely not caught in the middle. I don't have a problem with you having a friendship with Wendy. Everything is fine." I was like, "Well, that was really adult." So really, I have no complaints on Robin with this, and y'all know I will tug at Robin in a minute, honey. But now I ain't got no complaints about Miss Robin. I think Robin handled herself really, really well. Speaking of handling yourself, Mia, you are a troublemaking ass, Miss Mia. Mia comes up from the bottom. She go down to get a drink, or whatever. She comes back up. She tells the people, "Come tell the folks." She tells Wendy what she overheard when she was downstairs. "Oh yeah, girl, I heard Robin say that you wasn't the same person as you were when she first met you." That's not what Robin said. Robin said their friendship has changed since when they first met. And they rolled the beautiful Bing footage back. And yeah, here we go again. This is enough time number 2 with you putting 20 on 10, Miss Mia, with your troublemaking self. So they got her all straightened out from that once Robin had actually came back up. She's like, "No, that's not what happened at all." Robin then explained, she says, "Listen," and this was, I was like, "Wait a minute, Robin, now, with this one, this is the one little tug I got at you." She said, "I wasn't trying to stay at the house with, you know, sharing a bathroom, and there's men in the house and men pissing on the floor." And I was like, "Robin, really? Was there piss on the floor for real? Like a public bathroom?" And all the guys was like, "What? I ain't pee on the floor." Now that was like, that is a bit trifling. Karen gonna jump in there and say, "I think it was Robin that pissed on the floor." Said, "Listen, y'all listen. What y'all not gonna do? Y'all not gonna give Robin too much of uh, just a good old boy. Y'all not gonna keep giving Robin all of that. Robin ain't pissed on the floor." Robin, did you piss on the floor? Woo! Yo, Karen, you are shady, Eddie. Ah. Then Giselle, shut up, Giselle. Shut up and stop it. With her leg all hiked up over there with her simple self. "Nobody called us to check on us. Don't nobody give a damn. You left in the middle of the night. Ain't nobody called to check on you. Shut on that." Anyway, moving on. They told Mia, being as though you like to start stuff, honey, and you want to talk about something. Wendy told her, "Go over there and sit here and talk to Candiace about that mess y'all had going on yesterday. Talk that out since you want to talk something out." I said, "Oh, okay." Mia and Candiace get to talking. Child, Candiace is sitting there. Mia literally did do a full out apology to her. I was like, "Oh, you can't even try to get on nothing and start the clowning." Next thing I know, Candiace busts out and says, "Mia, it's not so much that you talk to my mother about my husband." I said, "What? What you say?" "So you weren't upset about her talking to Dorothy?" And at that point, I said, "To hell with you, Candiace, you damn clown. You're a clown. So you weren't actually upset about her talking to Dorothy. So what the hell was you upset about?" Because, see, that's where I was siding with you, Miss Ma'am. I felt like she was out of order speaking to Dorothy about Chris. You tell me, little heifer, what was you upset about? She went to crying. And folks was like, Karen was trying everything she had not to laugh. She over there crying. She was hurt because you said something about the project and it being low budget. So I'm on to backpedal here. Everything that I said about Candiace and this whole thing with Mia, I just take it all back. I just take it all back. I know how I felt, and I know why I would have cussed me out. But I guess I was out of order, so I guess I have to take it all back and shut my goddamn mouth. Because this fool wasn't offended by her talking to her mother, really. He was offended about her calling your video low budget. You know why she called your video low budget, Candiace? Because your video was low budget. You got the bill. You know the budget was low. So the reality of things is what hurt your feelings. Stupid. Stupid. Girl, screw your tears, Candiace. Shut up. Just shut up from here on out. I just don't want to hear nothing else. You are ridiculous. You are absolutely ridiculous. And you really... just stupid. That was so stupid to me. Ugh. Anyway, moving on. That whole thing just turned my stomach. That was just stupid. You were mad at the truth. Well, you know, my grandmother always said, honey, it's the truth that hurts. Your video was low budget, girl. And I guess you would have, I probably would have left you laying on the floor in tears, huh? Because, girl, the clothing sucked. The makeup was bad. The acting wasn't hot. And it was a low budget video. The styling and the makeup were the worst. And your hair, you got a hair company. Your hair wasn't nothing to write home about. I guess I would have had you laying on the floor, girl, in tears. It's a damn mess. Anyway, moving on. That damn video. Girl, shut up. Moving on. Ashley and G. Now, they on their way back to the house. And Ashley, why did you trying to get it started with G? Now, I give you, G is aggravating. G is embarrassment to himself and to Mia, and Mia doesn't even have enough sense, nor does G, to even be embarrassed by the way he acts. They just don't. They just trifling. They don't know better. So, they not really highbrow for real. They highbrow on paper, but off of paper, they're pretty lowbrow. But yeah. But Ashley, you trying to get something started with G, and I see it. I see it. He picking, but it's like fun shade, and you're trying to make something of it, and I can see it. Like she wants to get it started. I don't know where that's getting ready to go, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like what I think I'm seeing. I feel like you putting 20 on 10, and you trying to make it something more than what it is, and you need to stop, and you need to stop it now with your raggedy ass husband. They ran some Bane footage on you from earlier on too. I wish Michael was. No, I'm glad Michael's not here because Michael acts normal. And then they showed him pulling his pants down, wanting to jump over the boat. You know, just being the raggedy whore that he is. Shut up. I see where you're going, and I don't like it. Shut up, Ashley. This whole child. Ashley and Candiace. Just shut up. Anyhow, I'll talk to you all later. Y'all leave it in the comments. That made me have to backpedal. I don't have to BP and PP messing around with you, Candiace, with your foolish antics.